Hello everybody, it's me, GhostCritic, and thank you for joining me for another Wednesday new comic book day. Huge stack of comics, 10 books I picked up today. Was meant to be 9, but I got coerced into buying an extra issue. I'll let you know about that later. I've bought some extra books from Amazon, which I'm going to show you as well, but before all that happens, Monday I uploaded a TV review video. As I said on that Monday video, it's something that I've been toying with for a while, and it was initially thinking of making a new channel, but I just thought, well, why not just stay here? So we're all in one place. If you want to watch them, watch them. If you don't, you don't, and you just watch my comic book stuff. But Mondays was comic book related because it was the first episode of AMC's new show Preacher, based on the great cult novel of the late 90s. And well, go and watch that and find out what I thought about it. I will get better at that. It's something I'm not kind of familiar or comfortable doing just yet, but hopefully I'll get better at it. I'm gonna throw in a few other TV series that I might start watching as well. I did mention the likes of iZombie and Lucifer, which are also Vertigo titles, so they're doing really well, pushing their books into kind of like the TV world, which is great stuff. So a lot of people seem to like it. I had quite a lot of thumbs up for that, so the reaction to it was pretty positive. So thank you very much for watching that, and if you haven't already, go watch it after you've watched this. Subscribers this week, another flurry of people coming in, which is great. Some lovely names for me to try and butcher this week again. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you subscribe to me in the next 7 days, I will give you a shout out in next Wednesday's video. If you have a comic, well, not even a comic book channel, just a YouTube channel that you regularly update with uploads, then I will put a link in the description bar below and point people your way, and hopefully you'll get some more subscribers. All the people who subscribed to me over the last 7 days are as follows, and thank you very much for joining. We have Terry Hooper, MCLRK1, Do Superheroes Poop, Greta Trollerai, Fran Screamer, Flash Flicks, Dominic Ricci, Paolo Vigneri, Eleonora Starnino, Alecata, Damiano Lodi, Andy Brando, You're Wasting My Time, and Blake Casson. All those people subscribed to me over the last 7 days. Thank you very much for joining with me. And if you do subscribe, don't forget, say hello in the comment section below. Tell me what books you're reading, how you found my channel, where you came from, who perhaps recommended me. I'd like to know. It's kind of interesting and intriguing. Right, so let's get on to all those comics and books that I've been purchasing. I'll start off with the 2 books from Amazon. I recently watched Dr. Monkeybot's birthday haul video, and he reminded me that I hadn't yet picked up these 2 books. It's the last 2 hardbacks, collected editions of Mind Management, number 5 and number 6, which completes the whole series. Loved this series from the start. Really got me into Matt Kint's universe and style of writing and art, which is why I am now reading Department H. Didn't get in on the ground floor on these and get them in issues, so I'm definitely going to be doing it with Department H, and I've been loving that every issue. There's only been 2, but they're still brilliant. So I got those, which is great stuff. So, what was on my pull list this week? Well, the first book wasn't on my pull list. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be buying this though. I wasn't going to. But when my comic book guy says, get it, then I kind of go, because when it comes to events, I know he's kind of very jaded, much like myself, when it comes to these supposed event books. But he said, you need to read at least the first issue because of the controversy that will ensue by the time you finish reading it. And I'm not well, no, I'm not going to say anything. I already know what the controversy is. I won't spoil it for anyone who hasn't yet picked this up. But DC Rebirth, you guessed it. Issue number 1. I'll give it a go and see what transpires. And like I said, I was very, very surprised that my comic book guy said I should at least read this first one, and that it was pretty good. So, a bit wary, but we'll find out. That was the only DC book on my pull list. Huge stack of Marvel to go through. We have issue 7 of Charles Soule's Daredevil. Elektra turned up in the last issue claiming something about a daughter. When did Elektra have a daughter? The artwork has changed. We've got a new artist on this book. Who was it? Buffagini. And I do actually like it better than... was it Rongani? Artwork. It's very different. It's not as dark as the last artist, and it's a bit more comic booky and not as realistic, but still I like it. It's a change. I'm really enjoying Charles Soule's new take on Daredevil, bringing him back to his kind of more darker, grittier side than Mark Waid and Chris Samney's Silver Agey feel to the last 2 volumes. My favourite Marvel book, Doctor Strange. We're up to issue number 8, part 3 of The Last Days of Magic. I am still waiting for my issue 1 of like the mini series that is in this as well. He says it might be in next week for me because he had to do a reorder, but this is brilliant. Jason Aaron and Chris Picciello, with help by the looks of it from Townsend, whose art style is very Picciello-esque anyway. Love all of it, love everything of it. You can't tell me this is a bad comic because it's not. And I don't say that often. Extraordinary X-Men issue number 10, continuing on with this X-Men Apocalypse Wars. I don't know how it fits in with the other X titles because they are obviously all involved. There doesn't seem to be much of a war yet. I've been enjoying it. I've been loving this story featuring the kind of younger members and the more untrained X-Men of this extraordinary X-Men team. Obviously they've now grown up a little bit after being transported to a potential, it's one of those kind of potential futures, and they have been there for quite some time, even though it feels just like they've only been there like an hour or two to our present day X-Men. But really great stuff. Again, I'm a big fan of Ramos on the art style. Very, very comic-y art style, and I love that. Issue 19 of Star Wars. I'm getting to grips with this new storyline. We're kind of flitting between Princess Leia on this kind of prison planet type deal ship, and it being raided, and the other side of it is Luke and Han, hijinks ensuing. There's 2 very distinct and different styles going on there, but enjoying it. It's Star Wars. The Uncanny Inhumans, issue number 9, continuing on with this story regarding how Medusa and the Human Torch got together. They had a bit of a heart-to-heart last issue, and oops, Crystal turned up, and Crystal used to date Johnny Storm many, many years ago. So it'll be interesting to see in the cover. Doesn't look good, she doesn't look happy, and she's ready to kick off. Finally for Marvel, and I think this is the last issue, it's Weird World, issue number 6. we had a very different take to what we had in Secret Wars 2. Well, the Secret Wars that was based on the last Secret Wars but was different. This is about a young girl kind of taking her mother's ashes back to wherever she was taking them, but ended up in Weird World. And it's been, like I said, it's been a very, very different kind of story, and I don't know if it was as popular as it was in this Secret Wars event from last year, but I enjoyed it. It still had Mike Del Mundo's artwork on here, which was glorious. There have been these fantastic covers from him. Sam Humphries has been a solid writer on this, just I guess not enough people were picking it up, so Weird World, bye-bye. My last 3 issues are from Image. We have, from Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda, we have issue number 6 of Monstrous. I didn't realise we were up to issue 6, but great kind of steampunk even. Steampunk fantasy adventure with a very kind of dark horror twist to it. I don't know many people that are reading this. I've heard many people talk about it, but I really enjoy the art style. The storytelling is right up my street with the kind of fantasy elements. So give it a try if that's your kind of deal. East of West, issue 26. Jonathan Hickman still bashing away at this title, which it just gets better and better with each issue, and still with the great DeGrotta and what are their faces? Nick DeGrotta and Frank Martin doing the art and the colouring. Just a fantastic book. Lots of twists and turns. I'm dying. It's very soon. I've heard that Death catches up with his son, and I'm sure all chaos will ensue from there. And finally, we have issue 7 of Rick Remender's Tokyo Ghost, post-apocalyptic universe that's full of technology taking over the whole world, and kind of reaching out to all those places that don't have it. Centered on a kind of ultra-violent cop and his kind of female sidekick, though they have split up now, and each in different directions, and we will see if they're going to have to fight each other. From what I've read, issue 10 is the last one in this series, though Remender says it's not ended. There are other stories he wants to tell with this. They'll just be a much bigger break than Image's normal kind of hiatus that they have. They're all my comic books this week. Let me know in the comment section down below what you picked up this week. There was a new Captain America #1 out, I noticed this week. Not interested. It is Steve Rogers' Captain America. Steve's got his youth back, so obviously he wants to be Captain America, probably. And he is Captain America in all the movies, and we want to sync them all up, don't we? Or otherwise people will be confused. But let me know what else you picked up, and give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Thank you all for watching. Until next week, or whenever the next upload may be. Bye bye.